Okay.
Sorry, bro. I gotta go. God damn! Breaking Island? Do you even know who the fuck I am? Do ya? Alright, what's up, guys? We're gonna be taking a look at a race review, sort of, but not on my own. This was sent in from a fan. So this was just a 410 official race. Our friend Jacob Hampton here. He's car number 17. Don't know what division. I'm not sure on the iRating. I guess it'd be good to know. But hey, we do what we do. In practice, oh, I'm sorry. We're here with Hagen Cardwell and Micro
Hey,
Racing.
you guys.
Cody Gray. Yeah, totally forgot to introduce him. um, but
Boys
just
up here.
our lying in practice, it seemed alright. He brought his 1-2 a little lower. I wish he'd slag his 3 and 4 a little bit if he was doing like actual qualifying runs. It's like he was kind of doing like some top to bottom stuff. This I understand was probably like a swing lap or something.
Probably
But just
got fuel in here.
enter a little lower in 3 and 4. Yeah, maybe a couple gallons. So let's go on to decent field too. It's got a couple guys in there. So let's take a look at his qualifying. His hot laparinos. Let's actually go in car. Alright, like to go up the fence. Nice swirl. At entry, got the car to sit, had to fight it a little bit. I would have swung around again. 3 and 4 was smooth.
What?
And now we are joined by Rusty Kruger, West Coast tire guy.
Rusty.
And then he runs a little bit cut down in 3 and 4. So his second lap was kind of a wash overall, but what I would improve for it is like if you look at his first lap, his entrance in the 1 and 3 and 4 was a lot smoother.
See, on this track, David, do you think it'd be better to run them crumbs in 1 and 2 and slider 3 and 4, or just the crumbs that he did?
I would have ran crumbs in 1 and 2. It's a good question. I just don't think it was there. If it was pre-gen a little bit, but I started clean. I don't think Kush there. I guess I kind of judge off the times.
I mean, we weren't far off at all.
No, I think O's are pretty fast. I don't think you can hit that on top.
No, more like just a middle and then like a deep slider to the middle and 3 and 4.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was the line. Like I'm sure. Well, I bet we can't see it because it's his replay. We can't see Shell's line. But I sure that's what he ran. His 1 and 2. He got through gantry, like he got through the slick flying and whatnot. But then like right here in the middle, I wish the camera was more squared up. Like you just see him have to fight the car a little bit right there, and that really cost him. Made him a little sideways and exit. You see a little bit of slick right here. That he had to get through. What I always talk about is if you're running this middle, you got to make it as straight as possible on exit. Get out past that hump. That way, if there is any slick, you get all 4 tires in these crumbs, as much grip as you can under the race car to carry as much speed on exit. And then, okay, well, from cockpit, it didn't look too bad, but I would rather enter a lot lower below the slick and just throw the slider up to the crumbs. Yeah, that's generally the line. Eldora or the top and slider, yeah. So definitely time to be made up there, but overall not too bad. So let's take a look at this heat race. What am I doing here? We're all on a no sleep schedule, by the way. So things
we're
are
doing great.
Yeah, things are a little foggy.
All right, P3. We got who's on the pole here? We got something Billy.
They're going. Kenny and Billy. That's a hot lap.
Okay, so it looks like crumbs in 1 and 2.
We get off the bottom. I like that. We avoided the big slick spot. Pick up, fall in line here. Nice. Alright, Carlo. Good move by Dacus. We give him room. A little presumptuous? Is that the word? On the crossover?
I don't know what that means.
I would have said he was just... he took that slider too easy. He could have crowded that and drove around it, or even drove around it there, but he was like He started turning
Yeah,
down way early. You know what I mean?
yeah, but even if he turned down early, he could have went ahead and took it further down, so he could have
Yeah.
been underneath the
Yep,
slick
and
right
actually
there.
hit some more grip off here. But so all it just put us a little bit at risk from this guy, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
See how we attack back in 1 and 2. Get up the track. Okay. Well, um, yeah, just we came in. I thought we were going to throw a nice short straight slagger, and we could have went all the way up to the crumbs, but just kind of stuck in the middle there. Um, Safe play. See if we can get a run back on him here. Alright, now we're back up there. Turning down a little much there, and it hurts our exit. You see the speed where the car in front here, Jesse Dacus, stays higher up through the mid and even on exit compared to where we are here. And like I was kind of saying in the qualifying lap, he's able to get out. He's way up above these crumbs.
Yeah,
He's at least got
exactly.
his right sides out, where we're down here. We don't have the angle. We have to make more of an arc to even start going straight to the straightaway. So that makes us get a little more sideways than we would be if we were running the top. And then also we're in the slick. So lose a tenth there. Lose a run. Again, just learn the flow of this racetrack and qualifying and heat races. Get used to running that little slider up the track. Because here, yeah, it's just not there. You seem very comfortable entering high, which is good, but you're turning down middle too much. You kind of did it there in 1 2. Um, and I would say definitely don't do it 3 and 4 because you should be sliding up the racetrack. So here, okay, so let's take the difference from where we did because here looks like Jesse's kind of running a cut down here. Okay, I like what he did all the way up until he drove up around this slick. It wasn't gaining any speed on the straight.
Right.
He could have stayed low here. He would have been set up to run the slider better in this corner, even if he was just going to follow this guy. I think it would have just been better for him to keep the car low. But he came in high, arced in, got down, was very straight, as opposed to your lap before, where you kind of ran it. Yeah, we'll go back and watch it. Yeah, I guess you didn't quite enter as high, and then you weren't as immediate when you're running. And Hagen can attest to this because he's really good at it. When you're running your cut down, you want it one fluid motion. The
Yeah.
longer you're turning your car left, the more speed you're essentially scrubbing. You want to enter as straight as you can, carry as much speed as you
It's
can,
kind of not
and
really like a flick, but it's just kind of just like
yeah,
one small
yeah, you just
turn
want to
to
jerk it
keep it
because
straight
yep,
off.
because then you want to be yep, and either if you enter a half a lane too low, like you kind of do here, and you just make your turn too long, it just scrubs everything and really kind of defeats the purpose of a straight fast exit.
Exactly. Just not really getting too aggressive here. Probably not too experienced on running the top here at Eldora. It's sketchy anyways, so
True.
just kind of right here.
Like I said, I'm not sure how many. You know, let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's put the effort in, David. Don't be 75 Jacob Hamptons, please. All right. All right. So we're A class. 3200 iRating. Wow. He was number 17 in that server. What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, how much high rating?
32. Yeah, we're on Dirt
We're
Oval.
17?
Yeah. Did I read that? We're
What
car
is
number 17.
what is this split?
Who
Can you
are
what
these other
please?
people above him?
Who, who is Brian Pompano?
All right. Wow. Well, what were we talking about? So Ryan the lap. All right. So, I was gonna look what like when he started. 2019, 4-9. So almost a year and a half, a little more. 170 starts. 5 wins, not a bad top 5 percentage. Um, average start, average finish, 12 poles. Okay, okay, runs primarily sprint cars. All right, there's a little background on our friend here. All right. So yeah, I mean he's experienced. So you know, so he's just really not being aggressive right now, or he doesn't know how to be aggressive with it. Again, 3 and 4 just entering too high. There we go. We kept best 1 and 2 so far. It looked a little dangerous out of it, but it was fast. Probably your fastest lap of the heat. It was, yes, lap 7. We were just able to get up in those crumbs. Again, if the higher you are in the middle, it makes that exit easier. So where you're not kind of coming up, it makes that exit even less scary from that bobble from the
Yeah,
wall.
that turn 2 wall gets the best of us.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
we got 13-3.
I
See what other people are running. They're kind of hitting ones, twos, some threes.
mean, 3's at the end there.
But we're in the show. We're in the show. So let's go out to the feature time. Oh my, I mean, there's a lot of yellows. So hang on, let's take a look at the pace lap. Let's take a look at the track a little bit.
Curb
Wow.
looks juiced.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just from the look of this slick patch, I could already tell that the curb is probably huge. Just when the track is like this. Very slick in 1 and 2, just even on exits, really thin. It doesn't look like that bottom would be in yet. It looks good on exit, but you can get 4 down there. You can get 4 down there below that.
I feel like this is kind of when the bottom does come in just a little bit
Yeah,
here.
I would
Whenever
almost say a top all the way to about here in the corner, and then even maybe cut down just for straightaway grip.
even the James Eden's line, as we like to say.
Yeah. And then still probably a small slagger actually in 3 and 4, just because there's so much grip on entry. You can get below the black, through the light stuff, and up. So we'll see what happens here. Try to come, when you're starting on the outside, try to be turning downhill more. My brother used to be the worst at this.
Oh, not Mike. Why are they
One,
calling out Mike?
no, he'll admit it. He'll admit it, but he's like, he would never, because he doesn't know how to turn the car down and get the car straight. He goes straight like this, and then we're turning to make a corner, and not only does it hurt our acceleration, also when we're in the slick like this, it causes us to get a little sideways. See, we have to correct the car a little bit.
Well, we got our wing out right here. I can't quite tell. We pretty far forward.
Pretty far forward, I believe that is, yeah.
Never hurts to pull it back.
Oh! Good
Oh!
old Kenny Miller
I
dying
like
there.
it.
We'll take a look at every yellow here. I
Like
like how we
wreck
lifted
avoidance
for that guy on the entry of 3. Oh, it wasn't.
Ross?
We just,
Ross kind of comes
oh,
off the wall.
a little tap.
I mean, he kind of came off the wall.
Oh, Billy. Yeah. He was kind of ballsy to even
like
get up there, and it was working, but I can see how he kind of would get scared and fall off that cush. Yeah, and then it was really just a racing deal. Both parties could have gave a little bit more. But
yeah,
we
for
were
sure.
lucky to get through, looked like unscathed there.
Oh, who was that? Aiden Saunders? Who was that? It was,
Let's check out this restart now.
Let's see.
Okay, better job.
Still.
Turning down. Still didn't get all the grip we could have got. Oh, we're getting a bomb thrown at us.
Okay, wreck avoidance is on 10,000 right now.
Yeah, guys, good wreck avoidance. I was gonna say, were we? It seems, are we just? Okay, that guy did cover a little bit. I still, you don't seem confident with throwing slaggers. I mean, practice it. Fuck it. Oh, you piss someone off throwing a bad one, you learn. Yeah, I mean, we've all done it. We've all thrown bad slaggers. You gotta just learn from them if you do. But
Rusty
I
Kruger's
understand
still
it's
learning on
lap
how to
three.
throw a slider today.
Ooh.
Looks like Billy's caught the wall by himself. Dacus tried to stay off him, but
Typical Racingdale here at Eldora.
this guy drove in there head first. Alright, so
Check our restart out here.
where the
See
hell
if we
are
learned
we?
anything.
Yeah. Alright, right, we're lower down the track. We're lower yet.
We're learning. It's
Yeah, look
like
at
he
this.
hears us.
Okay. Just make sure you get up. Just make sure you get up when you do that, up to where these guys are. Because see how they can enter in Strager, then we have to come across the slick. Gets our back end thrown out, and you see how they gain half a car length of momentum on us.
Right.
Again, with tracks like this now, I'm not, I like entering high in turn 3 like we are. We can just rail that center speed that's there.
Yeah, for sure, not bad.
Again, just like I said, we could probably pull the wing back, because we just look,
Yeah.
we not only, it doesn't look like we're turning too much, it just, the car looks like it's taking us down also.
Yeah, we're just kind of falling off the coast. You can't really stay up there.
Yeah. If you have nose winging it, make sure you're on 22.
And that's a no-no.
Yeah, there we are definitely a little afraid. We're hitting a little left, right, but it works. See if
Yeah,
you can
not
use
bad.
it. Yeah, get this shitter out of the way. He doesn't have a nose wing. Get all the
Okay,
way
we'll
up.
do that.
All right, good job. Yeah, so just how 1 and 2's hard in a sprint car. It's different than a late model. Well, it's still the same. Eldora's kind of weird because you need you once. How do I word this? Like, once entering on the cush is gone, you need to learn the right amount of little bit of slide up to it. Where you're not going a full lane when you're just like a half a lane, but you do have to do it Eldora. Like, I wonder if someone. He entered on it. My brother in this, what he do? So they're still all entering on it. We'll see later in the race if it kind of develops more, but yeah, you just don't look comfortable in the entry of 1, and getting the car all the way up to maximize the speed. It's not a bad line. Like I always say, you're probably only making 75-80% of your actual, like, your maximum corner speed possible. Again, out of 4 here, you see where Dacus is, just all 4 up the rip. He's down by 6.
Yeah.
Alright, so here, I don't know, we tapped the wall, but we entered turn 1 and 2, great here. Again, alright, okay. You noticed yourself falling off a little bit, but it looked like you were trying to steer down and make the best of a bad situation, which always do that. It's better than trying to steer back up the track. Okay, better.
But yeah, I'm with David. Never be afraid to pull
Oh,
that
I
wing
like
back.
that. Look at that. We got that grip like a 2 air. It was scary. But we kept it straight. We turned across that slick. It's good.
Okay, we got the James Eden signs going here.
There's too much speed. Not bad on that.
Oh! Oh!
Keep it low. Keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down. Try to chase a little more grip there on exit. Yellow,
Gosh.
yellow.
Back her down. Well, who wrecked?
He's wrecking.
Who's on their lid? Who deaded?
The hell if I
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know who deaded.
Oh, is this? We're stopping on the track. We missed pig entrance.
Oh my. Pretty sure that's the guy that you called a shitter. You got away. Cody Gray's awfully quiet here. We need some of Cody Gray's input here.
Listen, man, my internet's so bad I can barely even see like
Really?
four frames on the stream. So
Oh my.
there ain't much that I can say here.
Alright.
Alright, where are we at right now? What position are we in?
We are P8. Where'd we start? 10.
We
We're
start
going
10th.
forward. Oh shit, wait, that's okay. We end up finishing 8th. Spoiler alert. There's a
Nice.
lot of gaps in this field. So I was gonna give him shit by this gap, but I mean, you can't even see third. Maybe there's 2 cars there.
This looks like a bunch of Dylan houses on the racetrack.
Should have been.
Oh my!
Yeah, we looked half a track to what we had.
I don't know if we're...
Alarm set to snooze.
So there's a second turn we enter low. We seem afraid to slide up into, which I don't mind because it is scary. Like I said, with that hump and the way the wall is out of 2, we're afraid to get up. That's on exit, so that's why either try to get all the way up middle or just fuck it, commit to the bottom. This guy's down here. Kenny Miller. He's getting it, but never get yourself stuck on this flat part between the bank and see if we're ready to slick out. He's alright, weren't you sideways there? And good crossover, get the grip. Let's see how we throw the slider this time. You seem like we're lifting. That was twice. We lifted too early on the slide. I wouldn't even say lift on sliders when you're throwing. Just get the car a little more cranked sideways to scrub the speed. And then roll out maybe a little bit once you're to the top. But it was the same with like the lap 2 slider. It seemed like you backed off like right on just past the entry of the corner. Get that guy right. Again. I mean, it's not, if you're not comfortable running the top, I would say just enter a tick higher to get the most out of that middle grip. Well, I mean, we did. There wasn't as much grip there as I thought. Okay, here we go. We're entering on it now. A little swirly, use it. Jack is wrecking in front of us. There we go. Okay, so we were getting rough. It was getting rough out of 4. The track and for the driver. Hey, okay, we've lost our co-commentator. And the way you negate the way you negate that roughness of the exit is to shorten the slider up, so get up to the cushing in the middle of the corner. That way you are a lot straighter on your exit. So I know we're put in this position kind of because we fell off the curb and had to cut down in 1 and 2. But it's a better line here. Only thing, unfortunately, is though we stop the car and we go down to the bottom. Which I would say, like I said, it would have been a lot more smoother. I get we were afraid of the top probably. A little nervous from it because how rough it was, but it would have been a lot better this time. It wouldn't have been probably smooth, but it's like I said, it's all about angles. When you throw your slider in deeper, it makes you have to complete most of the corner on exit, so it's a lot harder to maintain speed. So when we throw it from the middle like this, we hit it here, then we go straight, and we're a lot straighter on exit. We can get over that rough shit. I mean, it wasn't a bad line for what it was, but it wasn't the right line that we should have ran right there. Again, we're just not running the fast line, but we're making speed here. So here it was a lot better on exit because we slid. We were still pretty deep in there. Just a good corner. Just rip the hell out of it. Oh, there, just a little throttle happy. We were looking good. We're up to the curve. It didn't look like the right rear got on it too much or anything. No, we're not even really up there on it. Just I think over throttled a little bit there. So this guy's coming under us. You give people a lot of room when they're under you. That's a good thing. You know, like I said, it's better than, you know, trying to crowd them like a lot of people will do mid-pack and just end up with a right rear in their lap. So,
Yeah, from
nothing
what
wrong
I've
with
seen here, Jacob looks really clean. So I do appreciate that as like a, you know, avid iRacer, I guess you could say.
yeah. And we even, doing this, entering high like this, we set up ourselves for, you know, an optimal crossover. And that's not the first time you've done this, Jacob. It's every crossover we've cut under early, which just makes our straightaway longer. Helps us clear. Okay. There we go. Find
That's the
some
bottom
bottom.
perfect.
Oh, we're trying it down here. Alright, we miss it. But it's there. Bottom's there.
That was still good.
Yeah, I like that we're trying. Let's see, our lap time was a 14.4 compared to, what lap were we on? 20? So that was 19. We did a 14.9 the lap before. We were squirrely, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 3.
He looks pretty consistent from what I'm seeing in the lap time chart.
We go back to the slider here. I get it, we didn't hit 3 and 4 on the bottom last time, but it wasn't like it wasn't there. It was just that you missed it. But I can see being scared to, you know, not want to get, like, I'm sure this guy's still up here ripping. Yeah, not want to get trained at Eldora. I didn't want to see the bottom bad. Our 1 and 2 looks good, especially our entry. We're coming in. We're turning at the right time. We didn't give ourselves the waggest arc, but the straightaway is slick as shit, so I don't mind being down a lane. Off the throttle line is pretty straight. Down by the wall on exit, getting all the straightaway grip. Doing everything right in 1 and 2.
He's got his timing down.
Yeah.
It's just kind of the execution of certain things that need to get worked on more.
Again, lovely crossover. Just there's zero danger, and I know I criticized the first one in the heat race a little bit because I thought he gave it up a little too easy. But when we're racing this guy, we're in essentially no danger, which is optimal.
Hit the top nice off the 4 right there.
Someone was watching JD last week here.
Okay, oh wow, see, he even hit the wall. I don't know if you're run VR or what. You just can see through the blind spot in your wing. I thought you were being nice and leaving room. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's why it wasn't there. Did he blink out? Did he hit the incident limit? What the fuck happened? I don't know, but yeah, you thought you were gonna slid into him. You held up on this. That's good. Just good car awareness, really, over everything. Oh, he popped back up. Okay, Jesse's back there. This time, all right. Let's see this 1 and 2. So we just got back in the throttle a little early. We didn't get the greatest arc in. Just kind of got the car turned a little too much right here, as I think what happened, and it got us. If we would have been this low a touch later, the corner would have been worked out. But instead, you kind of got back on the gas, thinking you had the grip on the bottom, and made us shoot out into the slick. Let's see if we throw the slider all the way up. Nice. When the track's like this though, like let's see. Who's running? Kenny Miller's running bottom up here. Just watching these guys up front, yeah. When the track's that rough on exit, yeah, I would definitely go up to. I get it that Jacob here's probably not that comfortable with running the wall, it seems like, but run the wall all the way around because slider lines, it's just really hurting us on exit. There we go. I like it. We missed the bottom last time, but we're not afraid to go to it again. We look good, hitting marks pretty much all but that 1 lap, but we hit it for like 5 laps. It's getting tougher. Okay, that time I gained a little. a little too early on the gas, I would say. We're wheeling it in 4. Okay. I was gonna say be lower on the straightaway if you were gonna slide up here, but we were widening out just to run the bottom on this end. Not bad. It just doesn't have the speed that it initially did in 3 and 4. You can see that went away. Let's see what Jesse does to her. Does he just rip around us? Yeah, the top is just that much faster. I mean, I'd say we got 85% of the speed out of that. But I mean, getting 75% out of the top will be faster right now and how the track is. So we were hitting the bottom good. Just seems like it went way up. We end up finishing 8th here. Yeah, I mean, I guess the easy advice would just be, just try to get more comfortable with running the ball. But if you're gonna, if we go to a place like Volusia or Knoxville or flatter tracks or Lanier, I think we'll actually end up being in really good shape. It's just these places like here in Charlotte and Fairbury that we might struggle with a little bit. But we look. I mean, you fucking drive the bottom straighter than I do half the time. A couple of times just a little early on throttle, but we weren't overdriving the entry, which is what a lot of people do. So just work on the throttle and exit. Your entries were actually really, really good. And then yeah, just on heat racing, try to work to be a little more aggressive in heat races. I know that's sometimes the hardest time to run the top for people is when the top is actually the fastest. But it'll make it easier. Then once it gets slick and you slow it down, I know then the track gets a little more rough. But all in all, I mean, I don't know what the fucking SOF of this was, 4,000 or something. So we're the 17th car number, which I mean that's not a huge deal, but we finished 8th, so I mean it was definitely a positive race. You're racing with Jesse Dacus, who has his moments. I mean, shit, he was a pro driver in 2018. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, all in all, I'd rate it a 7 out of 10 of a race. That's probably only brought down a little just because our heat race wasn't too strong. Work on the starts a little bit. There's no reason. There's nothing wrong with even just laying it back and being patient and giving people room. But it was just a couple of those in that first start we were caught off guard. Just have the car turning down the track. But your racecraft around everybody looked really good. And you just got to get more confident, up there on the wall, which it just comes with times, comes with laps. Like I said, you gotta learn the limits to know the limits, and like Hagen would say if he's here, he's the best at running it because he knows the absolute limits and how many times he smacked that wall or just flipped off the wall or whatever. But he knows exactly what his car is doing and where it is on the track when you're up by the wall like that, because you just do it time after time and eventually kind of get used to it. But yeah, I mean, if this was like a normal field, I think we finished 4th. This was like a release, or maybe this was the Monday night, the first race or second race or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're a top 5 in like a normal 2800 official or something. You didn't run a bad race at all. But I'm rambling on. Rusty, take us out of the video, bud.
And on that bombshell, it is time to get out of here. Good night!